Good afternoon, students. Today we are going to discuss about sinking support problem using matrix method of stiffness method of analysis. Let me share the screen. Okay. So we'll discuss sinking support problems, how to solve sinking support problem using stiffness matrix method of analysis. So this is what we are going to discuss today, numerical problem, and at the end, one assignment to do the problem. So here, analyze the continuous beam shown in the figure by displacement method if the support B sinks by 10 mm. Use displacement method, take EI is equal to 6000 kilonewton meter square. So you can notice students that there are no load acting on any of the span. On span AB, BC and CD, there is no load acting. And you can also notice that support A and support D are fixed. So obviously there will be no translation or rotation at support A and D. And support B and C, it is a roller support. So if we neglect axial deformation, it will prevent the vertical translations. The independent displacement coordinate at support B and C are only rotations. That is theta B and theta C. So the unknown displacements are theta B and theta C. So if you assign a coordinate for that at support B, let us assume that the rotation is in the clockwise direction and I'll name it as coordinate 1. At support C, I'll name the coordinate as 2. And the next thing is after finding out the degree of freedom and after naming the coordinates, next we are going to restrain the structure. So you can see that B and C, support B and C are fully restrained now. And in the problem it is mentioned that the support B sinks by 10 mm. Okay, if the support C sinks by 10 mm in the span AB, B is in the, it causes rotation in the clockwise direction to cause the sinking. Okay, so delta value will be 0.01 meter. Mm I have converted into meter, so it is causing a clockwise moment to cause the sinking, right? So hence delta value is positive. In slope deflection equation, we are going to use an equation, hope you all remember, that is MFAB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. Here sinking is given. There is sinking of how much? 10 mm. Right. So what is that? Whenever sinking is given, so 3 delta by L minus 3 delta by L into 2 EI by L, if I multiply, what is that I am going to get? Minus 6 EI delta by L square. So as there is no external load acting, fixed end moments will be obviously 0. And in the problem, nowhere they have mentioned the rotation, that rotation we are going to use only in the stiffness equation, right? So only that sinking thing we have to consider. So what is the formula? Minus 3 delta by L into 2 EI by L. If I do, what is that I am going to get? Minus 6 EI delta by L square. Delta value is positive because sinking in the span AB or BA, it is causing a clockwise moment to cause the sinking, right? So minus 6E, I value is 2I, delta value is positive, that is 0.01 divided by L square. If I do, what is the answer I am going to get? For MFAB or MFPA, it is same how much it is, minus 80 kilonewton meter. Similarly, if I take for span BC or CP, you can notice that I have to apply the moment in the anti-clockwise direction to cause the sinking. So for span BC, delta value or CB, delta value is negative. So delta is minus 0.01 meter. So for span MFBC or MFCB, it is minus 6 EI delta by L square. I value is 2.5I. Delta value is negative, hence it is minus 0.01 divided by length is 4. So 4 square, if I do, what is the answer I am going to get? It is 56.25 kilonewton meter. And do we have any couple or a moment at support C or B or C? No. So the final forces P is equal to 0, 0. Right. Next, due to restrained structure, what are the forces developed? Right. So B is connected to span BA and span BC, and C is connected to span CB and CD. So span BA, what is the answer that we got? Plus minus 80. For span BC, it is plus 56.25. So minus 80 plus 56.25 if I do, what is the answer I'm going to get? I'm going to get minus 23.75. Next, span C, I mean support C is connected to span CB and CD. So MFCB plus MFCD. Since in the CD there is no load or no sinking, that is obviously everything is zero. Only in span MFCB, what is that we got? It is 56.25 kilonewton meter. So if I write that 56.25, I am going to get minus 23.75 and 56.25 kilonewton meter. Okay. So next, what is that next we have to do? I have to apply a rotation, unit rotation at coordinate 1, that is at support P, whereas all other supports, that is at support A, C and D, it is fully restrained. So only theta B is equal to 1, theta A, theta C and theta D is equal to 0. Therefore, what is K11? What is K11? That is what is the force developed at coordinate 1 due to unit rotation at coordinate 1. Right. So again it is 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta by L. Right. So what is that? Anyway, the 3 delta by L we have already considered, and here we are considering only the rotation at A. All other displacements are 0. Right. So theta A anyway it is 0. In place of theta B, if I write 1, what is the answer I am going to get? 4E into 2I by 3. Similarly, for span BC, it is 2EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. 3 delta by L is 0. Theta C is also 0. If I put theta B is equal to 1, what is the answer I am going to get? 4E into EI value is 2.5, EI divided by length is 4. So answer is 5.167 by EI. Next, K21, what is the display force developed at coordinate 2 due to rotation at 1. So it is 2 EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. Theta C is also 0, 3 delta by L is also 0, only theta B is equal to 1 if you apply. Then what we are going to get? 2E into 2.5 I divided by 8. So answer is 1.25 EI. So similarly, next I'll apply the rotation at coordinate 2, that is at support C. If theta C is equal to 1, if theta C is equal to 1, for span BC it is causing hogging moment and at span CD it is causing sagging moment. So what is K21 or K12? Sorry, it should be K12. What is the displacement? What is the force at coordinate 1 due to displacement at coordinate 2. So it is same 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta C minus 3 delta by L. Theta B is equal to 0. In place of theta C apply 1. And if I do, what is the answer I am going to get? 1.25 EI. Then K22. What is K22? K22 is what is the displacement force at coordinate 2 due to displacement at coordinate 2. So again it is same 2 EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta D, theta B minus 3 delta by L. Theta B is also 0, delta is also 0. So what is that you are going to get? 4E into 2.5 I by 4. Similarly, for span CD, again it is, what is the answer? 2EI by L into 2 theta C plus theta D minus 3 delta by L. Theta D is also 0, delta is also 0. When you do, what is the answer we are going to get? It is 5 EI. Okay. So next, as usual, write down the stiffness equation EI into 5.167, always column wise K11, K12, K21, K11, K21, K12, K22 into delta 1 into delta 2. Anyway, final forces are 0. Then minus of minus 23.75, that is restrained forces. and one more is 56.25. If you do and solve, you're going to get theta B as 7.79 by EI and theta C is equal to minus 13.198 by EI. And when you apply the slope deflection equation to calculate the final forces, final moments, MAB is equal to MFAB plus 2EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L. Theta A anyway it is 0. In place of theta B, you have to apply 7.79 by EI. Delta anyway it is 0. So what is the answer? Minus 69.613 kilonewton meter. Similarly for span BA. Similarly you have to calculate for BC and CB. You have applied the delta values already in the beginning itself. So no need to apply again. Whatever answer theta B and theta C value you have got, that you have to substitute and calculate the final moments. Okay. So now this is an assignment question. What is that you have to do? Analyze the beam shown in the figure if the support B sinks by 10 mm. Take EI value as 6000 kilonewton meter square. Okay, millimeter square. Identify the degree of freedom. Obviously, degree of freedom is theta B and theta C. Determine the stiffness matrix. Determine the unknown displacement and find out the final forces. So this is the assignment, students, which you have to practice and check whether you are getting the same answer mentioned here. Okay, so in the next class we'll start analysis of frames. Thank you.